Hello, beautiful souls. So, I wanted to share something that's happened to me recently. As some of you may know, I deal with spirit release. So, I deal with a lot of attachments, whether it be thought forms, energetic beings. We can go into some crazy stuff that I have removed from people. But I do want to share something because I do think that this is actually becoming more and more in people's realities. So you may be having some crazy dreams, scary dreams. I'm having a lot of people talk and reach out to me about having nightmares. So I just want to share something, and it may or may not help. So I've actually been, how would I say this? I've been able to change my dreams since I was small. I've been doing this probably since I was maybe 4 or 5, okay? And my mom actually said this to me one time. I kept saying I kept having nightmares. I was seeing a witch on my wall. We can go and no, that's a crazy story. But anyway, so she was teaching me how to not be in fear. So I learned early on that I can just change it. So every time I would have a nightmare, I would change it and then it wouldn't, and I would change it again. And I would keep manipulating my dream until I got a good dream. Now, I didn't know that everybody doesn't do this. I just thought that it was normal. And then probably about 5 years ago when I had my big awakening, I started seeing myself blast with white light out of the palms of my hands. So I would literally take my hand, I would shoot out white light at these whatever, and I would kind of change the dream that way, okay? Then that kind of morphed into the fact that I was shooting light from my chest. And so, since I've gotten into spirit release, I literally deal with the darkness, and I don't go into fear because I just know that darkness is absence of light. And when you stop fearing the darkness, it just gets a lot better for you because they feed on your fear. So I know this to be true, and I would give them a warning. I'm like, listen, if you don't leave me alone, I'm going to blast you with my light. And then, of course, whatever happened, most of the time I blasted him with my light. Now, the other night I had a dream, and I don't know if it was a thought form. I don't know if it was a spiritual attack. I'm not really sure. I really don't care. But in the dream, I saw a guy. It was a male figure. It was standing there, and as it approached me, it had teeth. Okay, like layers and layers upon teeth. It had long hair that could have been like a mane. I'm not really sure. I don't even remember the features as much. I do remember it having eyes that were, whatever. Not all that really matters, but I remember it looking like it was standing like a being, okay? Now, as this thing kind of jumps at me, it literally jumps at me. And of course, this happens in dream state all the time. And I've been doing this since I was little. So this is not something that I even freak out about. But the jump startled me for a second, woke me up in my dream where I was conscious. And all of a sudden, like on the right side of my ear behind me, I heard something says, face your fear and show the love. And I was like, whoa, what? And normally I would blast light from my chest. And so this time I was like, and it was like embrace. So I was like, oh, I've never thought of doing that. So I went up to this, whatever it was, and I hugged it. And I did it so fast. Like I literally don't even think I walked. I think I floated to this whatever. And whenever I got there and I hugged whatever this thing was, whether it be fear, thought form, again, I don't know, it vanished. Like it literally turned into a different energy. And I was like, what in the world? And that was alchemy. That was me alchemizing this fear, thought form, whatever it was, into another energy. So if you find yourself having really bad dreams, and I know that we tend to be really in fear when it comes to things that are scary, but that is the worst thing that we can do. And when you face your fear, it may be your shadow self. It may be a thought form. It could be a spiritual attack. But the more that you can stand in your light, that's what they are afraid of. They're afraid of us standing in our light, finding our truth, and figuring out how powerful we really are. So when you face your fear, stand in your light, things will change. So if you're having a lot of dreams, learn and trust that you are being guided and protected. Call upon your angels, if you're there in that moment, to give you the strength to show that you are very capable of turning that darkness into something else. So I hope that helps. I love you so much.